Today is a very sad day in a sense. Like, nothing really changed, but I just checked Instagram and there was a German club called Bootshaus, which is really good here in Germany, and they posted that exactly 1 year ago they had their last event before having to close by a law due to the pandemic. So it's been now an entire year without clubs, events, music, weddings, public football, soccer games with people in there. It's weird. This year is the weirdest of my life, and it crippled dance music in particular, music as a whole, the entire scene. And today I want to focus a little on the changes. What has changed due to COVID? Where are we at right now? What will happen in the coming months? Will we recover? All of these kind of things today. So yeah, this pandemic, without a doubt, the biggest impact on the music industry ever. Like, it severely crippled it in a big way. It's longer. At the beginning, 1 year ago, I thought okay, maybe a month or two, maybe 3. Everyone was posting on Instagram, stay at home so we can party again in summer. Now thinking of it, it sounds so ridiculous. No clubs open still, not a single one. No bars, nothing. We're still in a full lockdown here in Germany. Only thing you can do is go to hairdressers now. That's new. You can go grocery shopping. Yeah, and that's it. It's weird. It's a weird year. It's like I've never experienced something like this. It's in a way very strange because usually tragic events are short, and then you have a period where they affect everyone. But this is just the hitting part is one entire year already. And especially the clubs are suffering. I'd say here in my hometown are maybe 10, 15 good. No, actually not good. There are clubs. One of them or two of them are good. They're all suffering a lot. Some of them get money by the state. Some of them had insurances. There's even a guy who got almost $1 million in insurance money for closing down his 3 or 4 clubs an entire month. So that's good. Had to go to court. The insurance didn't want to pay, but that's a whole nother story. So everything public events crippled entirely. Music itself, I was at the beginning thinking there will be a lot more music, because it seemed, for me at least, logical at the beginning. More of the artists that always tour are stuck at home and in the studio. They can be creative and make more music, and they probably did, but no one is releasing it. No one is releasing that music. I feel it myself. I have 4 or 5 club tracks ready that I love. I want to share them, but I just I'm thinking why? No one will buy them. No one will search for them. No one will play them. There is no audience. I make music to share it with people, and it's just not possible. Even the big players, Calvin Harris and whatnot, they all postponed their albums. They were announced before COVID in the stock meeting of the big labels, and they haven't released them yet. Which makes sense, because yes, people could listen to them. They could be played on the radio and Spotify. That is working. By the way, Spotify, at least my numbers, are up by 5 to 6%. But there is no touring that you could do additionally. And they would lose out on a whole lot of money. I know a friend who works for the touring company, I think the technical side of things, for Taylor Swift. And just right at the beginning of COVID, at the very beginning, they canceled all events for 2021 and decided to start planning again mid-2021. So 1.5 years they canceled even just the planning, because it's impossible to tour worldwide with a pandemic. You can't travel. I haven't left the country this year. It's just not possible. And then we got all of the smaller musicians, DJs, the ones that are making money and do it for a living, but aren't superstars so rich that they can't afford just not doing anything for an entire year. These are the ones that got hit the hardest, and those people like, they're always underestimated, but those are the people that are the ones that break through. These are the stars of the future. So I think we'll have like a vacuum because of this year of COVID, where we won't have a lot of new artists emerging, because a lot of talent is being killed right now. I know so many people that DJ, they don't have any income right now. They are now graphic designers. They are now working in a supermarket. They are now just, I don't know, getting state money, or just like, I don't know, are staying at home doing nothing. It's weird. It's so weird. And these people, their talent is kind of left behind, and there's nothing that can happen right now. So I hope everyone will be able to recover, especially these people. For beginners, for like the people that never made music for a living, for them it's probably maybe even the best time. A lot of people have to stay at home. A lot of people can't work. At least here in Germany, the state pays 75% of your income. So a lot of people buy more gear, stay at home, make more music, and get started making more music. And I can actually see this here, right here on my channel. My channel is for music producers and DJs. And since the pandemic hit, I got more new subscribers. Probably more new people have time, are bored, and are thinking about getting into music. And then we have like the radio superstar artists. I think they are, at least on the music side, not affected at all. They still release their singles, promote them on the radio, get their Spotify plays. I think that kind of part is even a little up. But again, no touring, no merch sales, like all of this. It's just not possible at the moment. Yeah, but by far the most severe hit to an entire industry, the entire planet, every industry is kind of affected. But at least we have like light at the end of the tunnel right now. The vaccines are working, people are getting vaccinated. I think with a bit of luck, I mean, Great Britain is already planning opening clubs again in the summer, late summer probably. I think this will be heavily restricted. Maybe just half of the people, or maybe they will mark the floor and everyone gets like a spot where they can stand. Maybe just with mask, which would be like, that wouldn't be a lot of fun, I think. Like dancing and not being able to breathe properly. And at the end, in a closed club, it doesn't really matter that much. But that we're back to normal life and like normal clubs being opened, I think another year without restrictions and everything. And here in Germany, maybe at the end of the year, the first clubs will open again, if there are any clubs left. Clubs, again, it's a tough business already, because you only have like 2 days a week open and you pay the same rent. And even those 2 days at the weekend, it's just like a limited time slot. DJs are expensive, the equipment is expensive. If you have a good party, a lot gets destroyed, so you have to renovate a lot. It's a tough business, and COVID is maybe the nail in the coffin for clubs. I think at least 50 to 80% of clubs in Germany will disappear. I don't know if they will re-emerge or new people will start clubs. It's one of my life dreams on the bucket list to own my own nightclub. Something small, maybe like this room, just for like 50 people. So maybe that would be a good time. I'll think about it. Anyways, thanks all for watching. We'll see us tomorrow back again here in the studio. For me, it's now time to work on this remix pop song that I just can't share at the moment.